Yogah Karmasu Kaushalam.
Hi, welcome to the fifth session in the course HRM for non-HR managers. In the previous session, we have discussed how the business context and strategy help shape job analysis, job description, and job specification. Today, we apply that understanding to three short cases. We will provide some leads, some hints, and then invite you to complete the exercise. You are welcome to discuss your questions and ideas at the online discussion forum. Case 1 is titled A Trading Assistant's Job. This case is based on events at Fortunate Financial Services Limited. Robin Singh, the branch manager of the Connaught Circus office, had received reports of recurring problems which had to be solved. The business of the company's branch in the Connaught Circus area has been growing up steadily thanks to the stock market surge in early 2018. Soon the daily turnover at Fortunate Financial Services Limited reached an all-time high of ₹7 crore. To encash the opportunities presented by the boom, FFSL had recruited 5 additional assistants, all motivated graduates with over 2 years of experience in stock market operations, taking the total of assistants to 12. 2 supervisors have also been appointed about 6 months back to oversee trading arrangements and back office operations. The branch allows trading in stock belonging to BSE, NSE and DSE. Each assistant looked after the requirement of 30 or more clients on daily basis. The problems reported to Mr. Singh included clients exceeding their limit, clients issuing checks which bounce back later on, share certificates not being handed over in time, or delivery slips not handed over in cases of dematerialized stocks, clients simply disappearing for a while whenever they took a long position in a particular script only to surface when the price went up. The financial and customer relation related implications of these problems were serious, Mr. Singh decided. He discussed the problems with the staff to work out the solution. If you were present at that meeting, what would you offer? You can see that 2 types of issues are involved. First type is the issue stemming from unclear rules and procedure. Second was the issue stemming from unclear roles and responsibility. As the staff is experienced in operations, clients' trading limit should not be exceeded. Then why did that happen? Why did different people react differently when the check issued by the client was not honored? The lack of clarity about the rules or procedure include no clear information on the daily trading limits for each of the actively trading client, procedure of settling the account, action to take if the client's check is not honored, what to do once a trading transaction was concluded. Lack of clear roles and responsibility of the analyst and the supervisor allow assistants to trade without the framework of rules. Follow-up activities once the trading transaction was carried out are missing or not uniform. Since the rules and procedure are not clear, the directions and performance expectations from the assistants and supervisors are also not clear. In turn, it is not clear who should prevent the assistants from making these avoidable mistakes. The business context here is the daily trading limit refers to the maximum amount by which the price of a stock or other exchange traded security can rise or fall during a trading session. Exchanges define the limits in line with the governance norms declared by Securities and Exchange Board of India in an attempt to avoid extreme volatility or manipulation in the markets. However, the daily trading limits are often eliminated in the futures market during the expiration month of the contract since the prices are subject to a high level of volatility. Not every trading market imposes daily trading limits. Also, in the extended hour trading, the client sets the upper and floor limits. Each exchange gives prior specifications regarding the presence of daily trading limits along with the specific daily trading limits for all securities traded on that exchange. For example, NSE specifies that the violation of trading limit occurs when the open position of the trading member or custodial participant exceeds the trading member wise position limit at any time, including during trading hours. When the client level violation is on account of open position of client exceeding 5% of open interest, a penalty of Rs 5,000 per instance is charged to clearing member. You may now think that this is important knowledge for anyone who engages in trading. How do the assistants and supervisors allow such activities if they are experienced in this field? Developing the job analysis and from that writing job descriptions and job specifications would have given specific edge to the selection of people, setting clear expectations of what they can and cannot do, and evaluating their performance. Some of the actions Mr. Singh needs to take can include, say, assess the net worth of client carefully and classify each client before enrolling him or her as a member. Set client limits clearly and circulate the client limits to the assistants and supervisors. Make the trading employees responsible for ensuring that the trading happens within limits. Collect the amount due from clients on a daily basis whenever they exceed limits. The question is, who will be responsible for those, the assistants or the supervisors? What would happen if those actions are not taken? Mr. Singh then worked out a draft job description for his firm. He put the title as job description and below it he wrote job title as trading assistant, division as middle office, and then he wrote reports to trading supervisor, and he mentioned department also as trading. The next title he included was summary. As part of that he wrote trading assistants work with hedge funds or trading groups to trade stocks and increase the value of their assigned stock portfolios. They often work in a team with portfolio managers, researchers, operation staff and legal groups to ensure their clients' portfolios continue to grow in value. Next, he wrote the title Duties and Responsibilities, below which he added some items. First was reviewing the transactions on a customer's account to ensure financial accuracy. Next, he wrote assisting with the trade executions in case when the account executives are not present. Next, he wrote monitoring the market as a whole in order to keep the rest of the firm informed. Next, he wrote coordinating transactions with portfolio managers and investment teams with regards to their trade ideas, information flow and data requests. Next, he wrote summarizing the daily transactions and earnings into reports for each client's account. Next, he wrote conducting clerical services like distributing mail to the staff, filling records or documents into the system, preparing documents for contracts or legal record, and preparing research or technical reports. His next title was Required Skills. Under this title, he included subtitle. The subtitle of core skills included extensive experience with advanced spreadsheet programs such as Advanced Excel, VBA and SQL. Next, he wrote understanding of economics and accounting with a working knowledge of economic and accounting principles and practices, banking, financial markets and working with financial information. Next, he wrote strong mathematical skills including familiarity with algebra, arithmetic, geometry, statistics, calculus and how to apply them to financial markets. Next, he wrote customer service skills including meeting customer needs, working with standard office machinery, offering quality standards of service and evaluating customer satisfaction in a timely and professional manner despite the fast-paced environment. His next title was Advanced Skill. Under that subtitle, he included previous experience of work in a bank, credit or global trade of brokerage focused hedge funds. Next, he wrote previous academic excellence in the fields of mathematics, economics, physical sciences or engineering. Next, he wrote experienced with global capital markets and credit derivatives. What are your comments on this draft? We notice first of all that an assistant is not made responsible for the issues listed by Mr. Singh. At the most, the incumbent may be expected to complete documentation about the client details and share the same with other offices that work in coordination with this position. Once that is clear, it is also clear that it should be the trading supervisor whose job identification, description, reporting relationships and specifications can hold a promise for solving the problems reported to Mr. Singh. Further, the description and specification for the two jobs should not leave ambiguity or confusion between the two roles. Can you develop the supervisor's job description based on this much discussion? You are welcome to participate in the discussion forum created for this course. Let us see the second scenario for practice in this session. The name of the organization now is Apollo Hospital. Apollo Hospital has been growing as it offers quality, prompt caring services to its patients. Dr. Chandrasekhar, the administrator, is a person with good medical knowledge but lacks knowledge and skills involved in human resource management. The hospital has large quantities of medicine, equipment, spare parts of important machines installed in the hospital. The hospital has employed a storekeeper who is joining a hospital for the first time. Mr. Ramakant, the storekeeper, was working earlier in an engineering firm and had sufficient knowledge of such stores. Key factors leading to his selection were his excellent work ethic and commitment. Ramakant reported to the purchase officer, whose job was to order requisite materials for the entire hospital. Dr. Chandrasekhar has been receiving various complaints from the staff and doctors of non-availability of medicines, drugs, spares of equipment and other consumables required in the hospital having 500 beds. His patients also complained of delay in procedures and postponing of scheduled operations because of short supply. Since the hospital so far did not employ a qualified personnel manager, the administrators are not aware of the job analysis procedure, nor do they have job description and job specification of any of the jobs being performed. We have two questions for you. The first question is, which are the staff members from whom you would collect useful information about and requirements of the job of storekeeper? Second is, write down the job analysis, job description and job specification of a storekeeper's job for Apollo. One important source of appropriate information about the job of storekeeper is the immediate supervisor to whom the incumbent will be reporting. Other employees who are affected by the performance of this job will be an important source of information too. For example, asking the doctors, nurses, ward boys and others. People in accounting and finance functions may also have useful inputs. One can also access the performance data of the previous incumbent and look for leads. Who or what else can be useful sources? Share your ideas at the discussion forum. You must have noted that although Apollo Hospital is huge in size with 500 beds, its administration has yet to catch up. Further, the hospital has employed inexperienced storekeeper who doesn't know hospital business and personnel manager who doesn't know the HRM process. Laying down the job description and job specification for the job of a storekeeper is one of the measures which may guide the hospital management and the storekeeper to clarify performance expectations from this position. This time, we are not providing the answer but helping you with some pointers for you to consider as you develop job analysis, job description and job specification for the job of storekeeper. Think about the following to be covered by the job analysis. One would be job title and job identification. Second could be performance expectation in terms of human behaviors that exceed, meet and do not meet expectations. Third would be human behaviors. Fourth would be machines, tools, equipment and work aids. And fifth would be job context. Other skills and qualifications may be analyzing information about the inventory, judgment, verbal communication and managing work processes. You could also add legal compliance, productivity, quality focus and attention to detail. The description of behavior could include receives, stores and issues supplies and equipment, compiles records of all transactions, verifies that supplies received match the requisitions and invoices, stores supplies and equipment in storerooms, maintains periodic record of inventory of the supplies and equipment, compiles reports of expenditures, losses and prepares reports on mismatch between actual inventory and inventory according to the books. Is there anything missing? Join the discussion in the discussion forum on this. In the meantime, we move on to the storekeeper's job description as drafted by someone. Give your comments on the same. The title is starting with experience. One is a minimum 2 years of experience in a comparable organization. Second is experience in sales is required. The next title is education qualification. The first item within that is candidate must have a bachelor's degree. Next title is skills and knowledge required. Within that there are several items. The first item is the candidate must have strong communication skills. The second item is candidate must be very confident. The third item is the candidate must be able to give presentation in front of a large audience. Next is the candidate should be able to perform under high pressure. And next is candidate should be able to make cold calls and generate leads. Next item was the candidate should be able to work in an environment of constant change. And yet another item was candidate should have the experience in working flexible environment. Did you notice anything odd? Someone seems to have mixed up the title of a storekeeper's job while they added or copy-pasted the contents from a salesman's job. When one mentions qualification, will it be sufficient to simply write bachelor's degree? There may be more of such lapses in the draft that we just saw. If you were to rewrite the job description, what would you draft? Finally, we come to the third and last scenario of this session, the title of which is Job Description at Red Lobster. Red Lobster operates over 670 casual dining seafood restaurants in the US and Canada, employing more than 63,000 people. When Red Lobster developed a new business strategy to focus on the organization's values and improve its image, it established a new vision, mission, and goals for the company. The restaurant chain simplified its menu with the highest quality seafood it could offer at mid-range prices, traded its restaurant's tropical themes for a crisp, clean look with white shirt and black pants uniform for its employees, and added coastal imagery to its menu and website. Executing the new mission and differentiation strategy required hiring fun, hospitality-minded people who shared its values. Although Red Lobster had not had any problem with hiring restaurant managers, the company leaders felt that the managers it hired did not always reflect Red Lobster's vision, strategy, and values. The company also realized that their old job descriptions did not reflect the passion its new strategy needed from its employees. The question for you is, how should Red Lobster write its job descriptions to improve the fit between its new business strategy and the performance of its new management hires? Red Lobster has the following considerations as it redrafted its job descriptions. First is, although it is not clear what are its new vision and values, it is clear that its business focus is to provide highest quality seafood possible for the mid-price segment. Although the brand aims at presenting the fun persona to its customers who care more about the recipes presented than the options. The restaurant manager is responsible for leading all aspects of the business at a restaurant. The incumbent is expected to deliver a high quality menu and motivate the staff to provide excellent customer service. Restaurant manager is usually responsible for restaurant's revenue, profitability and quality goals. Therefore, efficient restaurant operations and related issues form a part of responsibilities for this position. Things like these are accomplished through effective managing and leading of the front and back office operations. Effective management of staff on both the sides will include all HR processes from hiring until the departure, as we discussed in the first session. Apart from menu planning, food preparation and serving, the manager will have to pay attention to the decor and presentation in the dining hall and waiting area, utilization of seating capacity, work schedule and legal compliance. Based on this hint, can you draft the job description and job specification for a restaurant manager? Discuss your drafts and ideas with others in discussion forum of this course. With this, we come to the end of this session. We have discussed 3 short scenarios in which we provided some hints regarding how job analysis, job description and job specification can be developed. Based on these hints, you can fill in and complete your drafts and discuss with other participants through our online discussion forum. We will see you soon in the 6th session. Until then, goodbye.